Hello, everybody, and welcome into the Season 10 College Football Playoff here in the SFA. We have a double header for you today. We're going to do the Sugar Bowl, and then we're going to do the Fiesta Bowl a little later on. But yeah, welcome in. Let me know if you can hear me. And also, these playoff videos always blow up on YouTube, so if this is your first time watching the SFA, welcome. We are an online dynasty, ran through Discord. We stream everything on Twitch, and then I post it to YouTube for everybody to be able to reference back as an archives of sorts. So if you want to join, you can coach, you can recruit. Feel free. Links are in any of our descriptions or channel bios. And we have about 40 current active users, and by the start of next season, it'll probably go up to about 70. So make sure you join and get your spot. As always, we are affiliated, so if you don't want ads, just subscribe with the Twitch Prime. It's completely free. Just link with an Amazon Prime account. And yeah, let me know if you can hear me. We are here for the Sugar Bowl down in Louisiana at Mercedes-Benz Superdomes between the Pac-12 champion Washington Huskies and the Baylor Bears, who are the Big 12 runner-ups. Washington was not expected to be here, but they got an auto bid, beating Arizona State in the Pac-12 championship, whereas Baylor, they were number one, and they got shocked a little less than a week ago by Colorado, who we'll see later today. So let me know if you can hear me. And I'll pull it up on my end as well just to see, because I don't see anybody talking in chat. Of course, I get an ad as well on my phone, so I'm talking. Am I talking? Alright, yeah. Alright, I can hear myself on stream. Perfect. Alrighty, so let's get into the rosters here. So starting out with the Pac-12 champions, Washington Huskies, led by senior Sam Heward, who has had a really good season. Not as good as last year, but he has fixed the interceptions a little bit. So this is a team who's the number 6 seed. Last season, they had the lead at halftime against Clemson, and they blew it. Richard Newton is the running back. You also see Cameron Davis, maybe Darren Sullivan, we'll see. At wide receiver, McMillan Odunze, who had the Jet Award, Jalen Polk, and Rationelli. Probably won't see Kevin Olford or Josh Banks or these guys. Fletcher, Listrom, not really good at tight end, but their line is amazing. This is one of the reasons they are here. One of the 499 overalls in the country. Kalepo here. And then Rosengarten. So, and then Savell Smalls, you'll see him. The strength of this team is on their defense. So watch out for Savell Smalls, Bandis. And then they are beefy up on the line as well. Cooper McDonald. And then Cohen, their linebackers. And not the greatest depth, but they have 2 strong guys here. And honestly, against Baylor's wide receiver core, that's all you're probably going to need. And then free safety, they are a little bit weak, but they do have a really good strong safety. And then we'll check the kick power here. Kick power 79, so we might see some kicks from them, maybe not. Expect for them to go for it. But yeah, so the question with Washington has always been, is their offense going to show up? Normally on game day, we do not see it. And here are your Baylor Bears, led by Coach Flame. This is the 5th straight college football playoff appearance for them. You got led by Teddy Bridgewater. He has been in the CFP every year of his career. He's been starting for 2 years, but this year, 100% his best year. 39 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Colt Brennan is the 5-star freshman. And then Braylon Burnside is the starting running back, and then you also see Tay McWilliams, but they really just have a three-head backfield. Super good. Braylon Burnside, the number 1 overall recruit in Season 9, 1,000-yard rusher, and 9 touchdowns despite missing a little over a month. And then their top 2 targets, Elijah Bean and Chet Doge, we saw them drop those Hail Marys against Colorado, but they are really good, really deep receiving core, even though they don't have like one standout star really. But the standout star, Eric Ebron, the Mackey winner, best tight end in the country, one of the other only 4 99 overalls in the country. And, yeah, just look at the production, 10 touchdowns. And last season against Memphis, he popped off in the first round, so hopefully we could see him. They do not have as strong of a line, but they do have 2 SFA players starting, Cameron Fleming and Carver Kemper. On defense, this is an all SFA defensive line. You got Shad Boyko, freshman All-American, Bo Blackshear as a senior, and then James Ray and Mustafa Jalil right there in the middle. At linebacker, Dave Cabral, and then Rocky Kalmus, the SFA player. And then at corner, they have 2 really good corners, and then it starts to drop off a bit. I'd probably say that these teams are pretty even on the corner depth. And then Adrian Amos, the SFA player at free safety. And unfortunately, Jamal Okiki, the 7th, obviously season-ending injury early in the season. He has not played, so we'll see LaRondo Johnson. But that is actually the only injury Baylor has right now. So they are the healthiest they have been all season long. Kicker, we know their kicker is bad, so expect to see them going for it a lot. Flame, if you are here, let me know. Let me know what jerseys you want to wear. This game is going to be fun. Baylor is the favorite. We just know Washington's offense cannot score typically, so even though they do have the advantage overall-wise. And fun fact, Washington is the only team in the college football playoff this year that does not have an SFA player. All of theirs graduated. So yeah. I'm getting my thumbnail real quick. And Flame, let me know what jerseys you want to wear while I get this prediction started. Probably going to be very easy who you guys want to win this one. If you pick Washington, you could make a pretty penny here. So we got Baylor or Washington. Winner will be going to the Orange Bowl to face the winner of Michigan State. We're going to go gold helmet and ice white uniforms. All right, so prediction is live. So let me know who you want to win. So Baylor, he wants gold helmet. Is it the gold Sailor Bear? It's probably the gold Sailor Bear. Got the white gold, the white. So are you talking, Flame, are you talking this one, the 2018 gold, or are you talking 2019 gold? Or are you just talking this gold? That's all of them. So you have regular gold there, 2019 gold, or this gold. Let me get the, while you tell me let's go ice, where's ice white? Does he even have ice white? And we'll do the 2018 whites. So these are the jerseys. Let me know on that helmet. They wore all black last year. We're going to let them wear their home purple since they are the top seed. All right, Flame. I need an answer for you. So not very many picks on golden face mask. Which one had the golden face mask? So this one is the only gold face mask I see. Another scam. Let's go. Okay. All right. So we got white, gold, purple. This is, yeah, welcome into the stream, Rosie Palm. As always, to avoid ads or anything, subscribe with your Twitch Prime. And as always, all this does go right up to YouTube afterwards, and I will make a highlight video if you do miss it. But without further ado, we are in the All-State Sugar Bowl. And let's get it going. I do have to say, during the college football playoff, if we experience any sort of freezes or stuff that happens, it's just a restart, okay? So anything is void unless it's like a massive blowout in the fourth quarter. But yeah, Baylor, the #1 offense in the country, versus Washington, who really historically has not been able to score many points, just rely on their defense. Baylor comes in as a 6.5-point favorite in BearCave. So we'll see. Will Washington be able to pull it out? Last year against Clemson, they had a halftime lead behind 2 defensive touchdowns, but they were not able to hold on because they were not able to move the ball. Whereas Baylor last year did make it to the semifinals, where they eventually did lose to Clemson as well. So no Clemson to kill these teams' hopes this year. Baylor, this is their 5th straight college football playoff. They now tie Alabama and Oklahoma for the most appearances, and only Baylor and Oklahoma have done it 5 years in a row. So Coach Flame definitely on the top of the world, but he's hoping to have more than just a semifinal appearance. He wants to go to the Natty. He has 0 Natty appearances, 3 first-round losses, 2 semifinal losses. And last time they were the number 5 seed is when they lost to Matt Barkley and the Miami Hurricanes. All right, Baylor will start it out with the ball. Sick 'em Bears on the bottom line. And Teddy Bridgewater will start the game. This offense, the 2nd best offense in the country. Got Braylon Burnside. Teddy Bridgewater, he fakes it to start. Clean pocket over the middle. He gets it to his man, Eric Ebron, who's going to get a first down on the first play. So watch out. Eric Ebron, 88. Braylon Burnside in the backfield. And then Chet Doge on the outside are the main SFA players to watch out for. Also, that matchup on the right tackle. Oh, and a huge hit, but Chet Doge hangs on. The best player on this defense, Savell Smalls, against Carver Kemper, the Team of the Year player on that right tackle spot. Number 64, as he's clamping him there. And another wide open man, and who else? Eric Ebron again, already 2 catches. Welcome in, James Moose. Baylor lining up under center a lot to start the game as they're just force-feeding Eric Ebron. An interesting start for sure. We normally see this team in shotgun. Here we go. Now they're coming out split backs, as they are moving it down the field. And a bad throw there for Teddy, his first bad throw on the day. Just need these guys to settle in. And luckily, though, this Baylor offensive line looks like they are holding up pretty well. Teddy. Over the middle, open. That's Elijah Bean. Or no, Kelvin Sherman, number 85. The slot man. Bean is 83 at the top of your screen. Throwing it again. We've still yet to see a run as he yams it to the end zone. And it's intercepted! What a pick. They were trying to find Chet Doge, and the defender made the play. Teddy thought he was going to go cover Eric Ebron, and he makes a one-hander on the helmet. What a start for Washington. That's all right. You know, you gotta take a shot early as they start out running, and Richard Newton, he could go. Richard Newton, the first play from scrimmage. Can he get there? Touchdown, Washington! Holy smokes, what a start for the Huskies. An 80-yard run on the first play from scrimmage. Multiple broken tackles. Shad Boyko couldn't get him, and neither could the safety. Washington goes up 7. And we were talking all about this offense on Washington and how they can't score. And then first play from scrimmage, touchdown. What a start. No one has given Washington a chance in this game. They weren't even supposed to make the playoff. They had to upset Arizona State to even get here with an auto bid. And they come out early, 1:08 into the game, and a pick and an 80-yard run already. All right, Baylor's used to this playoff atmosphere, obviously 5 straight, so they're not worried. Let's see how Teddy, he comes right back out and finds his man, Eric Ebron. 25 yards. He's already up over 50. Take the handoff. They still have not ran it yet, and a nice deflection there by the linebacker. Teddy Bridgewater right now is 6 for 9 for 69. Nice. So right on the 50, 2nd and 10. We still have not seen a run. And he tries to throw it to the running back who drops it, so already a 3rd and long immediately. Can Baylor get an early conversion here? We still have not seen Braylon Burnside with a carry. All right, Teddy, he drops back. He has some pressure in his face. He throws it on the run deep, and Elijah Bean could not. The same man who had the pick swats that one away, and Washington gets off the field. They're going to get the ball right back. All right, they're setting up a return here. And he gets tackled. That is the Jet winner, Rome Odunze. All right, we didn't even really get a chance to talk about this offense. They scored so quickly. So Sam Heward in the backfield. They fake the handoff here. He's going to keep it himself. And that one gets swallowed up at least. So as we were talking about, this entire defensive line is SFA players. He has normally 2 starting in the secondary. Oh, quick option here, and that was some beautiful defense. They took the pitch man, and they took the quarterback, Justin Linston, with the tackle. That's what we were expecting. So Washington got a long, lucky play to start it out. 3rd and 11. Can they convert, or can Baylor get the ball right back? He fakes it. He has a nice pocket. He is yamming it deep. And it's caught by Jalen Polk. Oh my, a 30-yarder. The 50-50 ball, and Polk pulls it in. Everything's going Washington's way right now. All right, tight end in motion. Sam Heward. He's going to float that one to the tight end, and a beautiful pass. Matt Fletcher catch. He floats it right over the linebacker. 2 for 2 on these throws so far. A little quick option again. Shad Boyko, the freshman All-American Team of the Year SFA player. Not having that. Baylor, they need to get fired up here. Obviously, they are used to this atmosphere, but they have not had that playoff success that you would think of 5 straight CFP appearances would garner. As they go quick option again, and once again they are making some good tackles on these option plays. Not letting them find any open space. But 3rd and 11 once again. Can Heward do it with his arm? He dumps that one off. Fletcher for 2, and I do not think that is field goal range for them. It is not, so they are punting from the opponent's 34. An interesting call here. Obviously, when you don't have the field goal kicker, it's a tough decision whether you want to go for it or not, and they are just deciding to punt it. It is a touchback, so only 14-yard difference there in field position. You should have just gone for it. All right, but it's been all Washington early. Can Baylor settle in? And a quick throw to Chet Doge, but they just weren't on the same page there. Teddy 6 for 12 right now. And they've still yet to run the ball once. 12 straight throws to start the game. This time they hand off to Braylon Burnside, and they were ready. He is stopped in the backfield. Welcome in. Not sure if you saw what happened, Nick, but welcome. As he's hit as he throws, and they call it an incomplete pass, but Washington gets back right off the field, 3 and out. If you're just joining us, Teddy took a shot deep as they were moving it on the opening drive, and it got intercepted in the end zone. And then the first play from scrimmage, Washington had an 80-yard run. All right, so Washington is starting out in Baylor territory. These first 3-4 minutes have been all Washington. Sam Heward. All time in the world, as that was a risky throw. Tevin Williams does get the deflection. Quick option here. They do get the pitch to Richard Newton. That's his first touch since the 80-yarder. He's averaging 43.5. Flame, don't do that so early, my guy. Give your offense a chance here. It's 4 minutes in. As they run a slip screen here, and Newton, he does get the first down. Heward starting out at crisp 4 for 5. Man motion, he keeps it, and he is brought down, only getting 2. Not much success running so far for Sam. 2nd and 8. They just hand it off. A little delayed handoff. Richard Newton for 2. All right, and a 3rd and 7 now. They are not in field goal range yet. They have the better field goal kicker of these two teams, but I don't think they will be kicking 40-yarders. And can they get the first? No, Travis Griffin steps out of bounds. They're likely going to go for it here. The big man just couldn't get it. Yep, so 4th and 2, a huge chance to start here. Dual back, so you might see a little triple option. Yes, we will. Can Heward get there? He flips it, and Newton's on the run. Can he go inside the 5? 79 kick power for Washington's guy, and Baylor's guy is like in the 60s. All right, hands it up the middle to Newton. And he falls forward into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Richard Newton gives them a 2-score lead here in the first. What is happening to Baylor? The #1 team in the country for the better half of the season, and then they lose a heartbreaker to Colorado. And now, what is this? All right, they are going to return this one. And he has some room on the right side. He trips over a man, Tay McWilliams. Relax, relax, Baylor. Relax, everyone. It's the first quarter. This is the second highest scoring offense in the country. The last season in this game against Memphis, they scored 28 in the second quarter. Oh, and he tries to hurdle a man, Braylon Burnside, to start the drive. His second touch, he has 2 carries for -3 yards, and he tried to hurdle a man. Baylor just needs to settle down. They don't have, while they are experienced at some positions, guys like Braylon Burnside, this is their first CFP appearance. And he's just going to chuck that one deep. Oh, Teddy, that was almost intercepted. He is 6 for 14. Yeah, but we know Washington's offense is terrible, but they've had 2 good plays so far. All right, Teddy, 3rd and 12. Over the middle, and it's picked off again. His second interception on the day. The safety cut the route. 2 interceptions here. Greg Arlington, he just cuts in front of the receiver. A horrible start for Baylor. It couldn't be going any worse. You're subbing him? All right, so how this works for coaches is you are allowed to sub, but there are some wacky things with it, so he's going to sub in. Hopefully I can at least do it here. Can I? No. All right, I have to wait a play, and then I can do it. All right, start out the drive here. They hand it off to Newton again. All right. So Colt Brennan here is going to be the starter. Oh, so they ran hurry up here, so I apparently have to pick a play. So I'm not touching anything. I'm letting the game play itself out. There you go. All right. CPU versus CPU now. Once again, he is in. I'm not going to take their timeouts from him, so I just didn't touch anything. And terrible throw there from Heward. That's the kind of offense we are used to. 4th and inches, though. They're going for it. Yeah, I don't want to waste the guys' timeouts. I just didn't touch anything, because if you don't touch anything on defense, they'll play for you. All right, big 4th and inches, and they find Newton again. By far the best player on this offense so far. It's been all Richard Newton. Can they take a 3-score lead here? They run a little quick option. Bo Blackshear gets him from behind. Let's hope Colt Brennan is the truth. And he immediately throws that one out of bounds. He must have just not liked the call. So another 3rd down here. 3rd and 8. This is likely field goal range now. They just hand it off to Newton, and he gets stacked up. A big-ass tackle. That's Rocky Kalmus. Nicely done there. Or no, that was Cabral. So they are just going to take the points, trying to extend it to a 3-score lead here in the first. And they do. All right. The true freshman is now going to be coming in at quarterback as we get another hurdle. How often do you see hurdles? Literally never, and we've seen 2 already. All right, so the freshman, Colt Brennan, the number, I believe, the 5th recruit. Braylon Burnside, the number 1, the 2 prized guys in the future of this team. And a quick screen to Chet Doge goes nowhere. They might just be trying to get Colt in a rhythm early as Teddy just looked terrible. And he gets that throw off immediately. There's like no... he had no time to get that off. Can Baylor avoid a 4th consecutive 3-and-out? He has some time. He's throwing it, and it's picked again! The 3rd interception in the first quarter. And this time, Colt Brennan gets picked off. Baylor, you cannot turn it over. You know that better than anyone in these games. What is happening here in Louisiana as Polk gets the jet sweep and he gets some room? Everything in this first quarter is going Washington's way. We know that momentum is a huge player in these types of games, but at what point is it just too much? Baylor's getting 0 push or anything. And over the middle, inside the 5, Rome Adunze. First and goal. To take a 24-point lead here in the first quarter. Heward, he has time. And that runs out. James Ray, the man in the middle, the season 7 pickup at defensive tackle, finally gets to the quarterback. And now they come out in a goal line formation here. It's 2nd and goal from the 10. They're going to throw it. And he goes to the end zone, and that is dropped. The safety drops it. They do get the deflection. Can Baylor make another red zone stop? Keep this at a 3-score game. Into the end zone, wide open man. Touchdown, Sawyer Rationelli. As Washington puts up a 24-burger here in the first. And I believe that Sam Heward now leads the SFA in career passing touchdowns. What a first quarter for the Washington Huskies. All they've heard in their ear for the last week is how they can't score, how their offense is trash, how we need to change the auto bids because teams like Washington are getting in. Well, look at them now. My God. Now the question is, will they blow this 24-0 lead? Baylor, obviously one of the top scoring teams in the country, number 2 behind Colorado. Colt. He finds a man. That's Doge. He gets 8. But hats off to this Washington defense. They are playing fantastic football so far. Okay. So, Baylor might be getting lucked out here. Yeah, Baylor's getting lucked out. Bro. I don't know. Why, man? Why? Alright. As you can see, as you guys can see on stream, it's completely... It froze mid graphic or whatever. So, alright, so Flame just completely lucked out, man. Bro, what is that, dude? We normally get one crash in a season. Why has it happened like 2 weeks in a row? I haven't updated anything. That's nuts. I mean, that's the life of playing on an emulator. Not perfect. So, that first quarter, Washington is void, unfortunately. Flame, do you want to just put in Colt, or do you want to rock with Teddy again? Flame, do you want to rock with Colt, or do you want to put in Teddy? Let's rock with Colt. All right. Yeah, I mean, the thing about it is, like, we play on an emulator on PC. It's not perfect. I found an update that works pretty well. Sometimes you just get crashes. All right, well, let's put on the same jerseys here. I believe it was the white gold, 2018 white. I'm just glad it wasn't Baylor who was up 24-0. All right, well, let's try this again. Yeah, the Huskies' offensive line was going absolutely crazy, so we'll see what happens here. But I think now everyone's expectations are a lot more focused. All right, Sugar Bowl in the Superdome. Teddy has been benched. All right, so Baylor will kick off this time, so a different start here. All right, Dunze, the Jet winner, starts us out here. All right, so if everything's going to go according to plan, this is going to be a touchdown on the first play. Dang, dude, we lost some nice highlights. It's all right. All right, quick option to start, and that's not the way you want to do it. You've been living under a rock, or you are a first-time viewer. Quick option does not work in the SFA. At least not well. And if you're the Seattle Sea Dragons, you found out yesterday how shitty it is. All right, and over the middle, that's Odunze for 11. All right, going to the slot, coming back. Big third down to start it out, and they convert. Dunze again. They're loving the hurry up. Both these teams play hurry up, it looks like. All right, in the first carry, and no, he sacked. James Ray blasted through that line. The SFA player from season 7 makes a huge tackle there. Oh, yeah, and here's the formation. 2nd and 16. We didn't see this the last game. As they are going to throw it, and he is open. So Cameron Davis for 7 makes it a manageable third down. Can Baylor get off the field here on drive number 1? Third and 9. And they convert. Travis Green for 16. The tight end. All right, man in motion. And Boyko can't hang on, and Heward's still going. He gets a first down. You got to be able to wrap up and force negative yardage there. Boyko, that is not what he is known for doing. All right, they're going to do the same play on the other side, and Bo Blackshear wraps him up. He's the senior. He's not letting him get past. Baylor's coming out fired up. Not knowing in an alternate universe there, he would already be down 14 at this point. All right, Heward. Deep drop back, and he fires it. A wide open man there. Fletcher getting work. So these tight ends are getting a ton of separation, even though they are really low overall. Might just be this offensive design. 1st and goal from the 9. Tight end in motion. That's Fletcher. He drops back to throw. Dumps it off to Newton. His first touch. And it goes for -1. Yes, this is the first playoff game. Welcoming Hupov, new Memphis coach. And they fake it to the up man, and Heward, he gets stuffed. Third and goal. And dumps off to the fullback. Can he stretch? No, they call him just short. What a call. I thought he got in. And they're going for it. The opening drive of the game. Can Washington punch it in? Fletcher in motion. They're going to throw it. They dump it off to Richard, and he doesn't get it. Baylor gets the stop. What a stop. What a defensive stop to start the game. Coach Flame's loving it, but watch out. You got to avoid the safety. Avoid the Cardale. As Colt Brennan is the starter today, the freshman, as they give it to the fullback, Claude Wells. Yep. They are in safety danger. You might just see some Burnside carries here. No, they're going to throw it. And he throws it. That's Eric Ebron, the Mackey Award winner for 13. Washington, the only team in the CFP this year without an SFA player. They fake the handoff, and they get Burnside on the edge, and that's going nowhere. Elijah Jackson having himself a day in every universe. Yeah, the fake fullback dive to the pitch never works out. All right, Colt Brennan. Just a little draw here, and he gets smoked. Burnside for 2. All right, Ebron takes the handoff. All the time for Brennan. Is he going to take off? No, he delivers a strike to Elijah Bean. 28 yards. Colt Brennan was having that internal struggle of whether to take off or keep it, and he decided to throw a laser. All right, Brennan. He has time. He throws. Oh, my, that was almost picked. He threw a 50-50 ball, and once again, Elijah Jackson on the stop. This corner having himself a fantastic day. 2nd and 10. They just hand it off to Burnside. He finally gets a little bit of room. That's the most room we've seen him with. 5 yards. 3rd and 5. Split backs. They fake the handoff. Dump it off to Burnside or Claude Wells, and he is stopped. So Washington gets back off the field, forcing a punt. All defense so far here. A vastly different game than the 24 points we saw in the last quarter. Is it Odunze can't do anything? Sam Heward will get the ball back. All right, Heward dumps it off to Richards, who does break that tackle, and then the defense, he's still going. He carries him to a 1st down. He got hit in the backfield and somehow extended that to a 1st down. He went through 4 guys. Oh, the defense. Quick option. They get it to Newton here in a nice tackle. That's what you need. Tyrone Brown. Second and 10. And they get it to him, and he just throws it away. Shad Boyko there. He almost got to him. What an up and down morning so far for Flame. 3rd and 10, and he's going to be short. Sawyer Rationelli. 4th and 2. All right. Has a little room here, and ooh, almost fumbled it there, Jordan Jenkins. All right, what can Colt Brennan cook up on this drive? Just a toss, Burnside on the edge, and they just wrap him up. This defense is swarming. Daniel Himuli. Gotta love the Superdome and cut angles. All right, they hand it off again to Burnside, who carries a defensive lineman for 12. That's what you want from the #1 recruit. All right, trips left there. And finds a wide open Chet Doge. And he goes for 22. Colt Brennan has a good start, 4 for 5, 63 yards. And over the middle, and oh, Doge drops it. As we saw against Colorado in the Big 12 championship, some critical drops from these wide receivers in contested territory. There's another one. And another fake, and that's going nowhere. Ben Hines tries to knock Braylon Burnside's head clean off. These Washington defenders are just teeing off on these wacky run plays. 3rd and 15. Colt. And sails it into double coverage, trying to find Doge, and this will be another 4th down. They stall out around midfield. All right. And nothing doing on the punt, so Washington will get the ball right back. We haven't really seen any big threats other than the opening drive for Washington where they got stopped on 4th and goal. Who will get to the Orange Bowl? Newton. Stiffy's a man. Hammerhead. Eward. All right, to the tight end who breaks a tackle. You got to make these tackles. 3rd and 4. As we see Washington's defense just teeing off, whereas Baylor's struggling to even wrap up. Polk slowly back to the line. 3rd and 4. Readjust. Fletcher in motion. Clean pocket, only 3 men rushing. He steps up and he tosses it deep. And the 50-50 ball is caught. Jalen McMillan. He skies up to make a massive catch on 3rd and 4 to keep the drive alive. And they are once again in Baylor territory. And they come up to the line. They hand it off. Newton. He finds a little bit of room, but he's wrapped up. Decent run defense to start this day. Polk. They fake the jet sweep, and it's thrown. Oh, and they do not call it a fumble. It must have just bounced off a helmet. I thought that potentially could have been a fumble, as that pocket collapsed quickly. 3rd and 3. Eward, he rolls out right, and he's gets sacked again. James Ray. Chad Boyko also in pursuit, and that is a drive killer. The defensive tackle, a top 10 recruit from season 7. Massive stop here in the CFP. 2 sacks already in this first quarter. Will we get the punt off in this first quarter? No, we will not. So at the end of the first quarter of the CFP Sugar Bowl, we have a 0-0 game. Somewhere in an alternate universe, it might be 24-0 right now. But in this one, it's a tight ball game. All right, what will we see here? Yeah, I knew the game was going to crash when I started seeing hurdles being thrown out. I'm like, okay, there's some wild shit going on. This is a more normal, laid-back game now. We got one highlight from the first quarter. As a handoff to Burnside, and he tries to push off the man. And look who's making a name for themselves. Elijah Jackson out of that corner spot. Multiple tackles for loss. Obviously a couple picks in the last match. He's having himself a fantastic day as they find Elijah Bean over the middle. And that's another 1st down. Elijah Bean, back in season 7, was that number 4 wide receiver. He slowly moved his way up to the depth chart. He has tons of experience in these games. And remember, guys, keep an eye out. All college football playoff games and stats are tallied to determine who is the CFP MVP and the cover athlete for season 11. So definitely keep an eye out on who you think should win it. Colt. He's going deep here, and he finds a man. That's Chet Doge. He got some separation. And Colt delivered a strike, the gunslinger. As now Baylor, this is their best drive on the day. They're running up. Offset eye. Fakes the fullback dive. He goes over the middle. Finds Chet Doge, and he's down. No, touchdown Baylor. Chet Doge used the awareness to stretch that across the line, and they take a 7-0 lead. What a play by Chet Doge, 2 in a row, and he stretches touchdown. Colt to Doge. And that's what Coach Flame likes to see. So Baylor on the board first today. All right, how will Washington respond here? And he gets smoked. Odunze not really, despite winning the Jet, not really putting up all that great of an effort in the return game. We'd like to see a return TD here. All right, how is Washington going to respond? They bring a blitz early, and he finds Odunze for 16. And they hand it off to Richard, who stiffies the linebacker, but he's wrapped up by Shad Boyko. He turned that -5 loss into a -1, so positive outcome there for Newton. 2nd and 11. A little power running here. Newton on the edge. He gets 7. Another 3rd down. Can Baylor get off the field again? That left side looks juicy for a run, and he just throws it. This is going to be a screen. Can Odunze get there? He does. He gets the 1st down as he is swallowed up by about 6 Baylor Bears. He broke 1 tackle, and that's all he needed. The drive continues. Heward, and he throws it as he's hit, and that's going to be a 1st down. Jalen Polk. Hands it up to Newton up the middle, and he is wrapped up after 3. All right, Heward. And he goes deep to the end zone, and they connect. That's McMillan. Touchdown, Washington. They tie it right back up. That is a strike. All right, these guys are going blow for blow to start it out. Yeah, it's apparent Washington's gonna eat, so you just gotta respond. As long as Baylor doesn't start turning the ball over again, they should be fine. As Burnside finds some room, he gets 13, his best run on the day. That's his 10th touch already. So definitely the quarterback change is impacting the play calling. They're going far more run heavy with Colt than with Teddy. As they run a little play action now. And he floats that in a beautiful catch and connection with Elijah Bean there on the edge. As they're already in Washington territory after a scoreless first quarter. The second quarter looks to be heating up. Doge in motion. It's going to be an end around. He finds a little bit of room and goes for 4. All right, offset eye, 2nd and 6. Deep drop, they get it to Ebron, who only gets 1. Washington doing their best to lock up the Mackey winner. He is perhaps the most deadly target on this team. He plays like a wide receiver. He's a matchup nightmare. Split backs, 3rd and 5. Nice pocket. He throws that to triple coverage. He's just trying to force feed Doge there. That's not going to work. And Washington gets off the field. All right, nice little punt to the edge there. They're going to stop him within the 20, so a nice punt for Carlson. We don't see that too often, pinning inside the 20. Or I guess right at the 20. Never mind, I guess we see that every time. A little counter there. Richard Newton, he keeps going. Once again, not going down on first contact. I think Coach Flame wants to shore that up at halftime. We'll see what his PED of choice is. They hand it off to Newton again. He falls forward for another first down. Pretty vanilla offenses from both teams so far. Not a lot of huge plays, but a few here and there as Newton once again. A lot of room and another first down run. Very pro-style offenses. So we know Washington likes these trickery plays as Polk gets the jet sweep. Hand up the middle again, and so much room, and not going down on first contact. This Washington line is getting a massive push on this all SFA defensive line. Obviously, these guys are more pass rushers than run stoppers. He finds McMillan again, and he's now down to the 15. Washington's threatening again. McMillan, 3 catches, 82 yards. Not going down. It's not a great sign when you're breaking 3 tackles as a receiver. All right, 1st and 10. They can still get a first. They're coming out in goal line formation. They're going to run. Oh, my, what a hit. Richard Newton just bulldozed. Holy shit, blindsided. He did not see that linebacker at all. All right, 2nd and 11 from the 16. 2 tight ends, 2 running backs. Run it. No, Heward's going to keep it, and he is brought down for no gain. Another nice play by Ryan Miller. So 3rd and 11. They need to get to the 4. Heward. He has a little bit of time. He dumps it off to Fletcher, and he's not going to get there. He goes down at the 9. So Baylor once again gets the stop, and they bring out the field goal unit to take a 10-3 or a 10-7 lead. The kick, and it's right down the middle. Washington takes the lead. Harry, the Husky, is loving it. All right, very returnable here for Jordan Jenkins. He falls forward to the 26. All right, how will Colt come out here? He's had a really decent day, but he has been trying to force it a little too much into certain receivers. So they either need to lean into and find Eric Ebron, or they got to just keep running it with Braylon Burnside, and here he goes, 15 yards. This rushing attack is incredible, so when they're firing on all cylinders. But this is definitely a rough defensive line to try to run on. These linebackers are very good at stopping the run. All right, 2nd and 9. Delayed handoff. Burnside finds the edge, and he gets smoked again. But a 3rd and medium. He's averaging 3.6 on the ground, not too shabby. 2 freshmen here leading this team as the defensive end almost got there, but a beautiful block, and then Colt Brennan tried to get it to Burnside, and it went off the defender's helmet. So 4th down again. So Washington has the chance to extend this lead now before halftime. All right. So big plays between a steady run game and a few big plays to McMillan. Washington has found themselves with the lead here in the second quarter. A game nobody has given them a chance at winning. Heward. He's going deep again, and there he is. That's McMillan. Jalen McMillan just cooking these corners, and he's already up over 100 yards. He's averaging 30 yards a bomb. And what? A.J. McCartney is getting smoked there on the edge. They hand it off, and Newton does find some room. He cuts inside. Jukes a man out of his shoes, and he gets a first down. Washington, this offense is starting to heat up. Heward up the middle to Newton. He finds some room, 4 yards. Still plenty of time for Baylor to get another decent drive opportunity. Heward's going to keep it here. 2nd and 6. He cuts inside. He gets another first down. Run defense is not looking too great here on this drive. They can still get a first down without scoring. So 1st and 10 from just outside the 11. Heward on his back foot, and it's caught. Rome Odunze scrapes that off this playing surface, and they do call it a catch. So 2nd and 3 inside the 5. They come out in the triple option formation here. 2nd and 3. They're going to run some triple option. He can't get the pitch. The corner got to him. A.J. McCarty. He got to Heward before he got the pitch, and that would have been a touchdown. Huge stop. Can Baylor make another stop here inside the 5? 3rd and 5 from the 6. Heward. Over the middle. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Polk on the drag route as they take a 10-point lead. All right. You know, Flame, I'd rather be 17-10 than 24-0. So, you know, this 10-point lead means nothing right now. We don't care about that. Plenty of time for these Baylor Bears. But you'd like them to add a score here before half. Plenty of time. You got 3 timeouts, 1:30 to go. You got Eric Ebron. You just need to find your guy. I think Colt's getting a little rattled by this defensive line, making some rough decisions. They're just going to hand it off here to start, and Burnside cannot break that tackle. Flames discussing with his coordinator there. 2nd and 13. He throws it to the boundary, an open man there. He steps out, Kelvin Sherman for 10, so a manageable 3rd down here. Can they keep this drive running? Washington Pruitt will be back. And he's going to get sacked. No, he gets the ball off, but it just goes into the ground. So Washington now, all of a sudden, they can get right back into this. He's basically saying that Polar T, like, no matter how bad it gets, they're still in it. All right. 1:11 seconds left. 2 timeouts here for Washington, so plenty of time. We'll see what they can do. Heward. Come out in shotgun. I'd watch out for McMillan. As he's yamming it deep the other side, and it's picked off. That's a linebacker. Oh, man, Ryan Miller, the left outside linebacker, back in coverage as McMillan toasted the corner again, but Heward did not see the linebacker coming to help. How often do you see a linebacker interception that deep? So a huge turnover for Heward. We'll see if that makes a difference. Baylor gets a free possession here as he finds Doge for 13. He's up over 100. So it's free possession for Baylor. What are they going to do with it? Colt, he has a little bit of time. He just dumps that off, and that was a duck. Whew. Allowed the corner to dive and tip that one away. Yeah, you don't, especially a left outside linebacker. And Burnside, he gets the draw, and that's just not going to work. And you saw Colt throw his hands up in frustration. This defense swarming. This Baylor team has relied heavily on their running backs, both in the run and the pass game, all season long, between Burnside and McWilliams. 3rd and 12. They're letting the clock run. He's jamming it deep. Colt, does he have a man? He does. It's caught. Elijah Bean at the 20. 43 yards through the air. Now Baylor's cooking. 30 seconds left. Colt, he dumps that off, and it's picked off. And they're going the other way. Washington, he has some room. Does he have the speed? Can Colt get there? No. Touchdown, Washington. Cameron Fabiculin. Oh my, what a change of events. Washington, who had the lead at halftime behind 2 defensive touchdowns against Clemson a year ago. This time, they do it again. They take a 24-7 lead here. We had back-to-back interceptions to end that half, but one went the distance. If you're Baylor, you're just begging to get into the end zone. As another 24-point quarter for Washington here today. I'd like to think this is what the score would have been had that first game not screwed us. All right, looks like we're just going to fall on it here, maybe run one play, see if Burnside can make something happen, and he cannot. No timeouts will be called. They are running to the line, so they might want to run one more play. Will they get off? They do. All right, Brennan over the middle, Elijah Bean, and we got 000 here at the Sugar as we head to halftime. Washington leads 24-7. You know, technically Washington is winning this game 48-7 in 3 quarters. But Team of the Year, that's what everyone loves to see at this time. That will happen right after the Natty on Sunday. If you do want to hear offers, my DMs are now open. So let me know if you want to hear an offer. I will start sending those out probably that night or the next day. Just depending on what happens. So let me know if you do want to potentially switch teams. And then once again, we got TCS Fantasy coming next season. You'll have the ability to put in a weekly lineup, and whoever does the best or whatever gets the most total points wins that week. So start thinking about your plan now. But as we come back, I mean, in all of the in all these games, it's been just Washington is destroying Baylor right now. But luckily Baylor will get the gets the ball back to start the half, so they have an opportunity to cut into this lead. But this Husky defense is playing out of this world today. I'm not even talking about the first game where they had 3 picks, but you know, Rufflin, you have some extremely talented players on this offense. You got Eric Ebron. They've held him to 2 catches. Chet Doge is popping off, but haven't really seen Sherman or Elijah Bean. All right, Colt's going to start here, throwing it to the boundary. And he finds Kelvin Sherman. There he is. All right, so that's 17. Let's see if they can get into a rhythm here on this drive. It's time for them to stop sucking. Besides the interception, Colt has had a fantastic game so far. Deep drop back. He has a little time. Savell Smalls. Clapston. It's almost picked again. Elijah Jackson dropped it. Oh, my. Colt was getting swarmed, and he just threw it up there. Might be one of the better defenses we've ever seen. Colt. He has time. But the coverage downfield is just so good. But he's throwing it cross-body, and he finds Elijah Bean. That's not what they teach at QB Academy, man. Throwing it 50 yards across the field. That was like a 60-yard throw. And he connects with Elijah Bean for 27. I mean, Colt has not been playing poorly. Colt has tried to force it a few times, but he's been more so pretty good. I mean, when you start getting swarmed, though, they just toss it up there with no regard for human life. But Baylor is attacking. 1st and 10 inside the red zone. And Bean over the middle. And one of the things about this defense is they're forcing to keep Eric Ebron back in pass coverage, the Mackey Award winner. So you need to let him cook. Let him go out for a route or something. Is Burnside up the middle inside the 5 for a fresh set of downs. Goal to go. He's already up to 71. 1st and goal. They're going to hand it off to Burnside. An easy walk-in touchdown, untouched. Burnside cuts the lead to 10. I think a lot of people coming into today were eager to see the rematch of Michigan State and Baylor, the triple overtime game from earlier in the year. But Washington is doing their damnedest. This is just one of those games where it just doesn't seem like Baylor's out of it. Like, I think it's just because we all think Washington just doesn't have a decent offense, but they've proven in all the gameplay we've seen today that they are for real. As they get quick option, he does get the pitch off. Newton up the middle. He's once again breaking through contact. And I know we've seen 2 sacks for James Ray, but I need to see this defensive line get involved in the run game. Somebody needs to make a stop as they get a jet sweep there. Sawyer Rationelli for 3. So a 3rd and 2, an early chance on this drive to get off the field for Baylor. They're just going to hand off the middle, and Richard Newton gets it. Looked like Baylor was not ready as these linemen, especially that right guard, the 99 overall, the award winner. Polk in motion again. They hand it right back off. Polk cuts up inside. He cuts back out as he almost takes out Odunze's knee. It was almost a Husky on hit, Husky crime. Hands it back off. This is Sawyer, and that's what we needed. Bo Blackshear in the backfield. He's not that great of a pass rusher, but he is a monster there in the backfield. You do not want to run option towards him. No, no, no. Ewert over the middle, and that's connected with McMillan, but he does not get to the 1st down marker. Alrighty. Sorry, I was checking my phone. I got a email about my tax return. Not a return. I owe taxes this year. It's bullshit. All right. And, okay, Chet Doge, he is still going. As a reminder, do your taxes. You don't want the IRS knocking on your door and knocking your head off like Henny God versus Aho. All right, you got Braylon Burnside, 4 yards. Yeah, see, ball don't lie, boys. I think it would have been probably 24-7 after that half. That's very likely. All right, 2nd and 6. And they're moving it again. Braylon Burnside. You got to, like I always tell everyone, you got to lean on your SFA players. They are far and away better than any CPU player. Already over 300 yards for Colt. And dumps it off a wide open Ebron, and he gives the meanest stiffy I've ever seen. Putting that corner in a grave. All right, fullback first down. You love the fullback. Will we see a fullback tutty? So, I mean, on both sides right now, as far as if you're looking for an MVP, you got to think probably Colt on the Baylor side, and then on the defensive, and then Washington, probably Heward or McMillan. As he floats that one, Kelvin Sherman inside the 10. Baylor's heating up now. They could cut this to a 1-score game. First and goal. Hand it up the middle. Braylon. Touchdown, Baylor. Braylon Burnside. Another one. They cut it to 3. Things are heating up here in Louisiana. They're a second-half team. I'm not sure what PED Flame was using at half, but it damn sure seemed to work as they score 2 touchdowns quickly here. Flame, let us know what your PED of choice is, as this could be very returnable. James Smith gets him back up to the 35. And now Baylor's things are swinging in their favor. And this is the point last season. It was all Washington in that first half against DJU and Clemson. And they were down multiple scores. And then all of a sudden, Clemson just figured out how to get around the defense and turned it on. Washington didn't do a thing. So, will we see the same story here for the Huskies? Split back. They hand it up the middle to the fullback who breaks a tackle. Travis Griffin. He wanted that touchdown earlier. And remember, we have the Fiesta Bowl starting right after this one. So stay here for that as the fullback gets creamed. And they will not get the first down. The corner collapsed on him, and Baylor gets the ball back down 3 with a chance to take the lead here in the third quarter. This is returnable. Boo, Flame's boring. He said all he did was give him some coffee with some prime protein. Did you at least inject it, like, right into the bloodstream, or did you insert it up somewhere, or did they just drink it? These are the questions we ask here at TCS Network. As he finds a wide open man, Elijah Bean, he cannot stay in bounds. Baylor is rolling. This is reminding me of the second quarter of last year's playoff game against Memphis. Washington has no answers here in the second half. As Colt keeps it, he is definitely not known for his legs. But he gets 3. It's his first rush of the day. Offset eye, 2nd and 7. He flips the play. Hand up the middle to Burnside, and he gets 5. Come on, this is reminding you, already 14 in this quarter. They are making moves. 3rd and 2. Burnside again, and he gets smoked, and he is short. The safety comes down and gives Burnside the dick, and they're punting. This is a good time for a fake punt. Will Baylor do a fake? No. Boo, as that's almost blocked. Are we going to see a penalty flag? No. I thought that was a little running into the kicker action there. You heard me, Maple. There you go. And the fake flip works. He still gets -2. They froze. That's Rocky Kalmus. I will say against this Washington offense, having a deep linebacker core is very critical because oftentimes they run so many 2 tight end, 2 running back sets that you're going to have your base 4-3 or 3-4 on the field. Most of these teams you'll see spread a lot and 3 wide receiver sets, so you rarely see that 3rd linebacker. But against Washington, they're pretty much there the entire game. And they're going to get to him. No! That's oh my God, A.J. McCarty. He just dropped the easiest interception of his life. Oh, my. He threw it right at him. 4th and 11. They are punting it back, though. I totally thought that was going to be an interception. Jordan Jenkins for 14, so they're going to have a decent starting spot here. It's been all Baylor this second half. Elijah Bean up to 162. Joj has over 100. Colt already is up over 350. With almost a full quarter to go. Baylor's a touchdown favorite. Over the middle to Claude Wells, the fullback, and he is hurt. Oh, man, Claude is hurt. So he comes out of the game. Luckily, it was the fullback and not the running back. I guess they did call that a first down. Interesting. As they bring a blitz, and he gets the man, Elijah Bean, for 9. Those cover 0 blitzes, man. Get you feeling all types of ways. We're almost up to 400 yards for Colt. Eric Ebron in motion. Braylon finds some room outside. These are 2 teams whose seasons ended to Clemson last season. They were the 2 and the 6 seed, respectively, the 4 and the 5 today. Remember, the yellow line is unofficial. As Burnside finds some room on the outside, he breaks a tackle, and he gets to the 5. Burnside, that is a upperclassman run right there from the freshman. 1st and goal to take the lead here in the Sugar. They hand it off the middle. Burnside looking for his 3rd TD of the day. Second and goal. They toss it out right to Burnside, and he doesn't get there. 3rd and goal. Third and goal. They do the toss again. He breaks the tackle. Can he get there? No. 4th down. What's the call from Coach Flame? Is he going to go for the points? As we head to the end of the 3rd. 9 minutes left in the Sugar Bowl. And this game's heating up. What's the call for Baylor? Are they going to go for it, or are they going to go for the tie? 4 straight runs for Burnside, and they're bringing out the field goal team to tie this game up. And the kick is good. Tie ball game here in the Superdome. Right down the middle. 24-24. So after a massive first half, Washington once again has found themselves not being able to do anything. This is a huge drive for Washington. You got to find McMillan or something, and they come out in this ridiculous 3-back, 2 tight end set that they're so known for, and that's almost picked again! Baylor is dropping interceptions. Another one. Oh, my. Yeah, it's a new game, 0-0. Heward. Quick option. He keeps it. I mean, I'm going to just throw something out here, a comparison. Heward reminds me a ton of DJU in his career the last couple of years. Just so many boneheaded moves, and it just seems like they shouldn't win, and he somehow plays pretty well. As they connect with Odunze for 13. That's a fresh set of downs. Washington. Yeah, this is a wild game for sure. As they're faking it, and he's yamming it deep. He has a man wide open. McMillan, touchdown, Washington. What a weird play. It looked like a run, then a QB run, and then he drops back and delivers a massive strike, fooling everyone in this secondary. Washington up a TD. How is McMillan getting so wide open? And these QBs are going back and forth. Holy smokes. All right, so after the third quarter was all Baylor, they were firing on all cylinders. Washington with a big play touchdown. They've had a few of those. They had the pick six. Now they had that deep touchdown. How is Baylor going to respond here? Plenty of time, 8 minutes to go. You run your same offense. As Burnside finds some room, he cuts up. He's going to get 9. Burnside having himself a fantastic day. They're just going to run it up the middle with him again. He gets a first down. You got to say, Carver Kemper, that right tackle, has swallowed Savell Smalls up, their top defensive end. He hasn't gotten a sack. He hasn't really been making a ton of plays. Number 17 on the defensive line. Burnside for 2. Second and 8. Once again, they're loving this. Oh, and that's a sack. And who else? The man who had the pick six, Cameron Fabikulin. He had 7 tackles, a sack, and a pick six. He was not fooled by the play action there. Colt never saw him. Luckily, he did not drop that ball. You saw it squirting around there. 4 for 11 on third down. You'd love to see that go up. Split back set here. Ebron. This is an Ebron time. Fake the handoff. Over the middle, and who else? Elijah Bean. As Colt is right at that 400-yard mark. He needs 1 more yard, and Elijah Bean almost to 200 on the day. They hand it off, delayed to Burnside. He finds a little bit of room, and he goes for a first. He's known for carrying guys all the way across there. I mean, this offense, who do you give this to? Everyone's having a good day. And no running back here. An interesting move as they go to Tay McWilliams, the backup running back, who filled in very well for Burnside while he was injured. Burnside breaking 2. He gets 3. And a big third down upcoming. They're down 7. This is 2 down territory for sure. Split back formation once again. Ebron in motion. Off the back foot, across body to Elijah Bean, connects. This connection is electric. He's 11 for 196. All right, Nick. Just for that, go Washington. As we got Burnside up the middle, he does find some room. .162 on the ground. Can Baylor get to the Orange Bowl? Takes the handoff, and they did not get fooled. Colt Brennan obviously doesn't normally keep the ball. He's not known for his rushing ability. And they swallow him up. Second and 14. Ebron finally gets involved here. All I'll say is Tennessee did not throw for 400 yards. 3rd and 3. They need a touchdown here. They hand it off to Burnside. Up the middle, untouched again. Touchdown Baylor. They respond and tie it up. Burnside's 3rd rushing TD of the day. And who said Baylor would miss the Hall of Famer Marcus Lattimore? Burnside 3 tutties, 160 yards, and Colt Brennan over 400 himself. What a day for this offense as they're hanging in there. Now they just need they're desperate for their defense to come through. This defense has been missing their top player, Jamal Okeke, the 7th, all season long. They lost Shad Boyko, they lost James Ray for a bit, and they lost a linebacker for a bit, but they're still trucking as they're going to the fullback. 5 minutes left, anyone's game here. They fake it, and that's going nowhere. Bo Blackshear in the backfield. His 3rd tackle for loss already. These are the moments when your SFA players come to life. 3rd and 10. Can Baylor get off the field? Trips left. All eyes should be on number 11, McMillan. He dumps it off, and he breaks 2, and he breaks 3! Richard Newton extends the drive. That is a grown man play right there. He breaks 4 tackles to keep Washington on the field. Clock is ticking. They hand it off now. Big hole for Newton. Another first down. Baylor thought they had him dead. Heward over the middle, and McMillan wide open once again. This has just been the Jalen McMillan show. He's up to over 200 as well. Elijah Bean and McMillan going blow for blow. These corners are getting exposed today. Hands it off to Richard, and that's a huge play. Shad Boyko, he fights through the tackle and makes a big stop in the backfield. That's what Team of the Year players do. All right, Maryland Eye time. 2nd and 12. They fake the handoff. Dump it off to the running back who trucks him, but he brings him down. And that is a big tackle there. Rocky Kalmus, the SFA player, making the play in the backfield. Richard Newton been running over people all day. He tried to do it to Rocky, the young linebacker who brought him down. That is a huge tackle because they're on the edge, probably out of field goal range here. 3rd and 15. Little pistol. They're going to throw it. And he gets sacked, Chad Boyko. 4th and 22. What a stop from Baylor. The Team of the Year players are coming out when it matters the most. Game on the line. Rocky Calamus, Shad Boyko getting involved. And they're going for it on 4th and 22. They don't give any fucks. 4th and 22. 3 minutes left. Washington, what's the call? They go wide open down the middle. Sawyer Rationelli for a 40-yard tutty. With 3 minutes left, they take a 7-point lead. What is happening here in the sugar? Oh my God, 4th and 22. Oh, I've never seen such a choke. Oh no, welcome to falling apart, my guy. That whole drive is going to get cut up. Oh man, falling apart for sure if they lose. That was rough. All right. You have the best offense in the country. 3 minutes left, plenty of time. At this point, you might just want to try to get to OT. Yeah, that was wide open. All right, so they come out. 2 tight ends. 3 minutes left. Looks like they might be taking a shot here. He is. And he finds a wide open Elijah Bean for 30. No one can cover him, even when he's the only wide receiver out there. 12 for 227. Colt Brennan's threatening 500 yards here today. A huge play to start it out. And now they're going to run it with Burnside. And he gets smoked. My God, these defenders have no regard. Like, who do you give the player of the game to on this offense? My God. Oh, and a false start. What are you doing?
False start, offense. Still second down.
Oh, my, the false start. That's not what you want. Self-inflicted errors. 2nd and 11, they hand it back off, and Burnside gets just massacred there by Jacob Bandis, the defensive end. Next touch will be his 40th. 3rd and 11. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Brennan. And that's a catch! Chet Doge hangs on. And they're going to review it. What, did he get the foot in? He did! Those feet are in. Those toes are in. What a catch. Now the question is, did the ball move?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
The stands! What a catch! He keeps the drive alive. The awareness of Chet Doge. What a play. 99 awareness. Yes, sir. He knew right where the sticks were, right where the sideline was. And he dumps this off. Claude. He gets 4. He couldn't stay in bounds. They're hurrying back to the line at the 31. If you're not nervous, if you're not shitting a brick, I don't know what you're watching. 2 minutes left. And that's caught. Chet Doge. All right, he's making contested catches right now. We haven't seen that from him. They're running back to the line here. Plenty of time for Baylor. Burnside gets some room. He does not get out of bounds, though, so the clock will keep running. 40 touches, 179 yards, and 3 TDs. Just an incredible debut in the CFP for Braylon Burnside. They hand it off again. He has some room. He gets inside the 10. He's still going. 1st and goal for Baylor. Can they tie this game up? An instant classic here in the sugar. And Burnside, he gets stuffed. 2nd and goal. They need a touchdown. Plenty of time. I think Baylor would want to run out as much time as they can. Being in motion, he's been the man all day. They're going to throw it. No, it's a run. Burnside, he cuts inside, down to the 1. A beautiful piece of patient running. He just cuts in, cuts out, follows the blockers, and finds his way inside the 5. 3rd and goal. They got stuffed a few drives ago as Baylor took their first timeout. 3rd and goal. They're throwing it, and he throws it away. Colt didn't like the call. He didn't like the look. 4th and goal. Game on the line. All the big, heavy men are out there, offset eye. Baylor needs a touchdown. They are going to throw it. He's throwing deep to Elijah, and it's incomplete! Washington makes the stand! Heartbreak here for Baylor. It's not over. And you got to question the play calling on choosing to run 2 passing plays on the goal line. But it's not over yet. There could be just enough time to get a Hail Mary attempt. But they have to get the stop. They run a fullback, and that's going to do it! Barring disaster, Washington is going to go to the Orange Bowl. Despite 600 yards victory formation here for Washington. Sam Heward, they finally get over the hump. All the naysayers who say their offense is bad, well, look at them now. 38 points. They outscore the best scoring team in the country. And Baylor. And they're throwing it here. Oh, my. 1 second left on the clock. Come on. No timeouts. And as we hit 000s here in the Sugar Bowl, Washington finally gets over the hump. The underdog, they somehow get in on an auto bid, and they defeat Baylor, who was the preseason favorite, the favorite coming into it. So many people picked them, and they upset them. And they will await the winner of Michigan State and Florida in the Orange Bowl. What a game. Flame, I'm so sorry, my man. Your players played fantastic. It was just, I think the 2 things, damn, Flame's seething right now. But I think the 2 things to consider here is, 1, the tackling. Your guys just couldn't tackle. I wish Jamal Okeke was playing because I feel like it would have been a lot different, honestly. And then just the cornerback play against McMillan. It seemed every single time you needed a stop, he found McMillan for a big gain. And obviously the pick 6. I mean, you can't do anything about that, but... So Washington wins outright. So if you picked Washington and BearCave, that is a 6-point huge swing for you. So, some massive, this CFP has been just crazy already. Conference championship week was ridiculous. This game is ridiculous. I know we had a crash, but it seemed like the same result happened. I'm glad we got a good game here. Now, I got to do the stats just because I need to see these for when I decide who gets CFP player of, or the CFP MVP. But first, Colt Brennan, you can't blame this on him. Only 1 touchdown, but they kept getting down inside the 10 and just running it, so you can't really blame him. The pick 6 definitely was rough running. Burnside, have yourself a performance, man. We're going to see Baylor, with or without Flame, back in the CFP for sure. Chet Doge and Elijah Bean both popped off after everybody. Eric Ebron, though, his last career game, not the performance you want. And defensively, Ryan Miller, the left outside linebacker, having himself a great day with that interception. Blackshear, 3 tackles for loss. You had Rocky Kalmus with a tackle for loss. James Ray with 2 sacks. Shad Boyko with a sack. So the SFA players did come to play today. But Washington, let's start with the defense. This man, Fabulikinen, an interception for a touchdown, a tackle for loss, a sack. He had himself a one hell of a day. This guy really showed up. Fortunately, he doesn't get those interceptions, but look at that. Their best player, Savell Smalls, didn't do much. As far as passing goes, he had 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's how you start out only 5 incompletions. That's how you start out a campaign for man. Sam Heward is our MVP. I'm gonna be sad. McMillan, 7 for 197 and 2 tutties. I mean, that is a performance of a lifetime there. Polk and Rationelli, that 4th and 22. That one's gonna sting. Blocking wise, Kalepo gave up 2 sacks. So the 99 overall, not having his best day. And I want to see the offensive lineman for Baylor. No blocking stats. So that means no pancakes and no sacks given up. All right. Thank you guys for watching and sticking with it. I'm going to be back in about 5 to 10 minutes with the Fiesta Bowl. So we'll give us a few seconds here. Let's get the players of the game here. Braylon Burnside gets the player of the game. Heward, obviously Fabric Kelly, and Ryan Miller. A tough pill to swallow for sure for Baylor. That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, especially in the CFP. Alrighty, well, thank you guys for watching this one, and we'll be right back.